Right, so I wanted to do a couple more floating buffer walkthrough solves. So I'm just going to throw two scrambles on screen, just scramble in your orientation, and then I'll show you how to do the floating in each solve. All right, so for the first solve, I'm going to be starting with UBL corners. So I just have to go here, and then I cycle break here, then I have here, here, and then after that, I chose to cycle break at UBR, at which point I go to UFL, LDB, and then back to UBR. So at this point, it was pretty obvious to me that I could float because I have to go from UBR to UFL, which is a U2 interchange. And I know that I can insert LDB into UFR with RD prime R prime. So I'm going to do the first two UBL comms. And that solves UBL, and it leaves me with this one cycle where I go from UBR to UFL to LDB. And since I know I have the U2 interchange and LDB has to go to UBR, I insert LDB into UBR with RD prime R prime, do a U2, undo the insertion, undo the interchange, and as you can see, we had 4 targets there, which would have taken 2 algs to solve if I did the normal UBL solution. However, since I was able to float during corners, I was only needing to use 1 alg. All right, so for this solve, we're going to be floating in the edges, so I'm only going to be going over the edge reconstruction. So I start with DF, and I have to go here, 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 and then I hit my buffer again. So that's 2 algs for DF. Then I decided to sort of cycle break. That ended up not really being a cycle break at UF, and I see from UF, I have to go here to here, back to UF, and because I had 2 targets and then back to UF, I know that it's just 1 UF cycle. I then sort of cycle broke in my mind again at UB, and I saw I had to go from UB, here, here, back to UB. And once again, because I know that I start with UB, 2 targets back to UB, that can also be a cycle. So first I do my DF algs, which are pretty straightforward. This is just solving like I would any other solve. And now I get to my floating. So I have UF to LU to DR. And this kind of mirrors a DF alg. If we do an RW prime setup, we have an interchange here, and I can insert like this. That's actually the wrong direction, but you get the point. Then for UB, I see this E interchange here between these 2 pieces, and I know that like this, I can insert UB here. And that was very bad finger tricking, but once again, you get the point. So the second solve, I did 2 floating algs during edges, which is pretty interesting because usually I only do 1. So on that solve, I actually used 4 buffers.